Hi Scorpio, this is your reading with me for August 2021. We are going to have a look, see what's coming through and what messages I can give to you in regards to your reading for August. So let's have a look and see. So I've got your cards ready to go. And I just wanted to mention as well that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also down below as well, and they're done on the same day with me. So they're also available on my website. They're done within 12 to 24 hours. And yeah, the last thing I wanted to mention is that my intention manifesting items are also on my website as well. Thousands of people have seen results with these items. You can check out the review section at the bottom of my website as well. And there's items such as handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, intention pouches. Like, honestly, there's so many beautiful items on there. Everything's meditated with and sage, sent from me to you. There's also crystals, divination, coins, charms, pendulums, etc. So yeah, definitely do check it out if you're interested. And let's begin. All right, Scorpio. Okay, Temperance is really doing its thing here because Temperance has come out for all three of the water sign readings, which is interesting, let's say. And it really wants to be heard and seen and spoken about. There's a really big change coming your way, and I feel like for many of you this is to do with your career as well. Actually, should we put that here? I am an upright reader, so I thought I'd mention that, but you see the World card. Saturn is structure and routine, so there's a big change happening. I mean, I'm going to ask a question that may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay, because I'll explain. Some of you may be moving houses, moving jobs, in which case, of course, you know what this change is about, right? And for those of you not moving houses or jobs, for example, there's still a change coming your way. So what you may find is that if you've been thinking, let's say, for example, you've been thinking about your life being a certain way, oh, well, do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll, hopefully after a while retire. Your life seems to be taking a bit of a change where you might think to yourself, you know what, I really thought this is how I'd live my life, but actually I want to live it in a different way. I want to do something completely different. And that's what's coming through on the cards. Yep. It's not that you're having a change of heart, let's say, but you're now thinking that, you know what, maybe career-wise I want to do something different. Maybe love-wise, I want to do something different. There is a sense here of you sort of wondering about other opportunities. And that's what I see. Okay, so that in itself is a change because you are literally thinking of something different than the path that you've been on. For example, if you've been applying for jobs, you come across something that's in a completely different field and you think to yourself, wait a second, what if I really actually enjoy this instead? And so it's like your path doesn't change necessarily, but your mindset changes as well, right? That I think is the better way of describing things, where you then start to think actually, do you know what? I really want to do this instead. Maybe I'll enjoy it a lot more. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. That's the kind of vibe that I'm actually picking up on, So yeah, it's fascinating, for sure, very, very fascinating. I think that, yeah, you got the King of Wands as well. You're starting to get new ideas. You're expanding, okay? I was like, you're not staying on the same path necessarily. You are expanding your mind. And I think that is also giving you a lot of motivation towards new things and to try new things. Some of you also feel in August, you might be, for example, trying cuisines that you've never tried before. You might be reading books, which you maybe didn't like reading books before, but hey, here you are reading books. If you have not been into certain things, you are now enjoying those certain things. I feel like there's a lot of changes here where if you have really felt a certain way about certain things, you are changing your mind. You might feel like your taste buds have changed and therefore you enjoy certain foods that you never enjoyed before. There's definitely a very, very strong energy in regards to that, and I think that that's really quite quite vital. I mean, I just kind of mind blown in all honesty, because there's just a huge amount of change that I'm picking up on Scorpio, where honestly there are like things that perhaps you just never thought you would do or never thought you'd like, and here you are in August actually liking them. I mean, you might even have certain activities that you've like vowed to yourself, like, oh, I'd never do that, you know, and here you are actually feeling like, oh, I actually kind of enjoy this. And some of you might be like, oh, I'd never online date, or I'd never, you know, I'd do this or do that, and there you are actually doing it and actually having a ball doing it. So I just say, like, stay open. I definitely see expansion here. Like, Jupiter is definitely supporting expansion for you throughout the course of August. And keep in mind also, on the 20th of August, you have Uranus going into retrograde, and when that happens, boy oh boy, expect the unexpected, you know. And I really feel like that is something that's super significant, is because when that happens, I mean, you know, it's not bad, it's actually pretty exciting. It can throw surprises your way, and you might think to yourself like, whoa, I did not consider that, but okay, I think that that is really the way to go. You know what happens? Like, this is a really interesting analogy, and I know some of you will be like, that's just a rubbish analogy, but actually I feel like it's really interesting. You know how there are certain times, like brides, for example, they're like, oh, I want this kind of dress, and this is the only kind of dress that, you know, I want, and then they go and try dresses on, and they're really surprised because then they like a new dress shape or style altogether, and they couldn't imagine themselves, you know, not wearing it, you know, that shape or style, but then suddenly they change their mind because they find a style that actually suits their figure a lot more, and that they feel more confident and happy in with. That's what I see happening for you, where you've imagined your life to be a certain way, you've kind of just wanted it to be a certain way, but then you're discovering new things that makes you go, actually, do you know what, this is so much better. And that kind of reminds me of that, you know, where there are certain brides that are like, I want to wear this, I want to wear that, and then they go in and they're disappointed because they're like, oh, actually this doesn't look as good as, you know, good on me as that particular thing did. So that's the kind of analogy that I'm seeing here, where you've kind of always idealized your life a certain way, and then now you're realizing that actually, do you know what, there are better paths and avenues that you can kind of manifest, and it's quite exciting as well. And you think to yourself like, whoa, this is actually interesting, you know. So that's definitely something that we are picking up on here. Okay, Justice, Four of Swords, Ace of Wands, ooh, High Priestess, Page of Cups, Queen of Swords. Look at that, right? There could be a little spontaneous trip that happens here, especially with the World card. Three of Pentacles, work-wise as well. You're feeling pretty excited, like you have lots of ideas and you're sharing your ideas and actually feeling really confident. You're being overlooked by other people, not overlooked in that sense, but you're being looked at by other people and they're going like, wow, you're doing a really good job. So not overlooked in that sense, but being looked at. Does that make sense? And then Seven of Pentacles here shows that you're feeling a lot of growth, but you're also thinking about future growth and you're thinking more about your path and where you want to be. I also feel here with the King of Wands is that you feel pretty stable within yourself and you're thinking, actually, do you know what? I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And you're feeling pretty stable and content in that aspect. I also feel here that the Justice card shows that you're, again, enjoying different things and you're feeling so much more confident and stable in your personal choices and actions. You're not closing yourself off to a whole bunch of things. I think that you're in a mode of exploration, which makes a lot of sense with Uranus retrograde. I also see here as well you meditating and basically taking on board a very strong spiritual path. Now, again, that can be to do with meditation or your own personal beliefs, but I definitely feel here that a lot of you are going to become very heightened spiritually, and you can continue to explore that with, again, consistent meditation or spiritual practices. So that's really interesting. You're very, very spiritual and very enlightened in August. And then, you know what's really interesting is that you have also got the Ace of Wands. So again, there's ideas, there's you exploring different things, feeling good, and actually really just in your downtime as well, starting to realize that actually, you know what, maybe this is part of your path. So you're embracing that spontaneous side. oh, this is mind blowing, you know, because it's just beautiful to see and it's making you feel so much stronger and more confident in your own path and in the direction that you're going in, which is amazing. So that's what I see for you, Scorpio. Great transformations and changes towards something that's for your higher, you know, for your higher good. So that's what I'm seeing there. Now, of course, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on my website, and do take care as well.